Alrighty, hopefully you guys can see the screen, and I'm going to go ahead and get us started with the webinar tonight. One second, I need to minimize that. All right, here we go. Tonight, I am so excited to share with you guys some ideas and suggestions and things that I have done in my business on how to make $300 in the next 7 days. And what I've been doing recently is kind of just thinking back to what I did early on in my business, because so many people ask what I do now, but what I do now is not what got me where I am. It's what I've done over the course of the last 4.5 years. And that is what I'm going to share with you tonight. So, what is the number one thing you are hoping to get out of this presentation? That's what I want to know because, like I said, is it that you're looking for the $300? You're looking on new ways to generate income, or perhaps you haven't made any income at all? Then I'm just glad you're here because this has definitely been proven and worked for me. And I'm just excited to share it with you guys. So, first off, I want you to ask yourself, do you currently have a strategy in place to grow your coaching business? Because odds are, if you're on here, you're most likely a coach. And in order to grow, you need a system in place. You need a strategy. And I developed a strategy early on, unknowing that it was even a strategy. It was just kind of came naturally to me. And now over time, I see that it has been a huge contributor to my business. Also, what would an extra $300 in the next 7 days do for you? What could $300 do for your life? That's definitely, that's my electric bill, which my electric bill was high this month. So that was actually a little more than that, which was very upsetting. So I would love an extra $300 to pay that with. Also, you're going to see how I've done just that. Like I said, the system that I'm going to show you, my detailed action plan, is something I have done, so I know it works. A little bit about me, especially if you guys are newer coaches to the team. Why in the world should you even be listening to me? I am a 3-time elite Beachbody coach. I have 23 lifetime diamond coaches. I have made Success Club 49 months in a row. I am an Insanity Max 30 cast member and the founder of Dare to Dream, which is so exciting. It's even crazy for me to read all those things because to me, I'm just Jessica. All right, there's a couple of photos, Dare to Dream in the bottom right-hand corner from our summit last year, which was amazing. And, just some photos. All right, so let's start off with some challenges other coaches are facing. And these might even be challenges that you are facing. Have you ever thought that you can't find people or heard coaches in your downline saying, I just can't find people? What about you don't know what to do with them once you find them? You finally find people, but then those people don't result in anything in your business. What about, has anyone, faced the challenge of coming across to their friends as salesy or spammy? Because I know that's almost like one of the number one concerns of new coaches is they don't want to be that way. What about, have you ever struggled with your paycheck not growing? This is definitely a job and an opportunity to have a consistently growing paycheck. So if it's not growing, then we've got to find a better way. So I'm going to show you tonight how to turn fun into dollars. I've turned my hobbies and things I actually love, activities I enjoy, into a 7-figure business, and you can too. Odds are, if you are on this webinar, then you already are either a Shaun T fan, a Tony Horton fan, Chalene Johnson, or Adam Calabrese fan, right? Or Sagi. Sagi's up there too. So who's your favorite trainer? You can put it in the comments right now. Who's the one that you resonate the most with? Because odds are you do resonate with one of them. So I'm going to show you how to turn your fandom into dollar signs. Just kind of cool. Because there's nothing wrong with having a trainer to look up to enjoy, that motivates you, and that you do connect with. Because when you if you spend 30 minutes a day with anyone every single day, you are going to connect with them on some level, or you're going to stop spending time with them. So even if that is in your workout every day. So how in the world, this is probably what you're thinking, can I turn my fun into dollars? It's a great question, and I'm going to answer you. So, you need to attend as many live events as possible. Now, some of you might be like, oh, geez, but I promise you, stay with me. I'm going to give you exactly what you need to know and to do. And the thing is, though, you can't just attend. You need to follow my step-by-step plan leading up to, during, and after the event, and that is what I'm going to give you tonight. So here's the actual strategy. I've implemented this exact strategy at former events, and I cannot imagine, how much money I would have lost had I not attended the events that I attended. So looking now back in hindsight, this was a huge part of my success in this business. You have to leverage the celebrity status of our trainers on social media. And I'm going to give you the blueprint on how to do that tonight. So that's something that we have, extremely exclusive in our business as Beachbody coaches. There might be other shakes on the market, which I'm sorry, they still don't compare with ours, which is a whole nother webinar. But we have celebrity trainers that, like I said, people connect with all over the United States and Canada that have done these workout programs. And if you can tap into that and leverage that, you will generate income even while you're sleeping. So for example, if you are in or near Jacksonville, Florida, we have the most important event we've had of our Beachbody career this weekend. And I'm going to show you how to make an additional $300 in the next 7 days by attending. So here's how it's helped me. 3 months into coaching, I won a spot on the Beachbody cruise. My coach, Julie, was a top 10 coach, and they had this just random contest the last quarter of the year. And whoever her top Success Club point earner would be able to attend this Beachbody cruise. I wasn't even trying. I didn't even know there was a contest. And I seriously think I made Success Club 5 2 months and then Success Club 10 1 month. And I won. But this is when I realized the importance of leveraging these experiences. And it really helped jumpstart my business right from the very beginning. I also have attended every single live Beachbody type experience ever since then. This is going to include live workouts with Shaun T. I attended in New Jersey, Miami, and now Jacksonville. I've attended every single Beachbody summit, every Success Club trip I earned a spot on, every leadership retreat I earned as well. I've attended every Super Saturday with all coaches can attend. And I've also driven at least 3-hour radius to any Beachbody business training that has happened locally. And I also am certified in P90X and Insanity as well, not because I teach classes, because I was leveraging the celebrity status of the trainers. So these were non-negotiables for me. No matter what they cost or what the qualifications were, I made it happen because I knew the power that it had in my business. This has 100% contributed to the success of my business, and I had fun at every single one of these events. Like, they were a complete blast and something that I would always choose to do in my free time, but I also watched my income and my team grow because of it. So now, why does this work? Like, why, and what I say, why is, what I've done actually worked? Well, let's be honest. We live in a celebrity culture. So for example, I'm going to assume that most of you know who that girl is in the right-hand corner of the screen, Kim Kardashian. She is famous for being famous, and that's it. And that's just the celebrity culture we live in right now. People care what celebrities do. And if they see you with the celebrity, then all of a sudden you change stature in their eyes and they want to be you. So for example, when I was in New York, I lived there a little bit last year. It was really funny because I'm just walking down the street and apparently there was some kind of star. I didn't know who he was. But the best part was that nobody really knew who he was. But since they found out he was famous, everybody was trying to get their picture taken with him. And I heard them mumbling like, so who is this anyways? But they're in line and they're excited and it's as if they hit the jackpot and they didn't even know who the guy was. So that just kind of is a testament to, the world we live in. People also love to live vicariously. So when they see you living the life they want, they're going to stay tuned. Your Facebook, likes and comments are going to go up, and eventually they're going to have to join you because they're going to realize you're living the life they want to live. Next up, it validates your business. People are watching and now it seems real. I know so often new coaches struggle because people want to watch from the sidelines. And sometimes as a new coach, you can afford to build in that curve of them just watching for a year because you're trying to build a business and you need to grow faster. So this is a great way to show people that you are serious about your business, that this is the real deal, and it really does set you apart. Because even if you can think about it, I mean, last year at Summit, there was, I think about last year, there was 200,000 coaches. There were 7,000 coaches at Summit. Those 7,000 coaches, in my opinion, those are the game players. Those are the ones that are in it to win it. The other 193,000, didn't take it seriously enough to show up at Summit. So what's going to happen when people see those that were at Summit? They're going to be the ones signing up the coaches, getting the customers and making, to me, the bigger difference. Because in people's minds, that's what matters. Next up, why does this work? You're on vacation, you're taking trips. Most people only get a week off per year, and it's not spent on something super cool. And guys, these events are so fun. Energy, enthusiasm, life. They will also change you and make you a better coach. So besides the fact that it's building your business over here, you're growing and you're improving who you are because these events also involve workouts, personal development, and all of these great things that are going to make you a better person. It's called attraction marketing, and it's my absolute favorite way to do business. I personally am a very non-confrontational, passive-aggressive type person and type of a coach. I would rather people ask me. So over the years, I have created the system, considered attraction marketing, to get people to raise their curiosity and get them asking me what I do, because it makes it so much easier to share. And these are going to be the steps to get you there. So here's the steps to make $300 in the next 7 days. Step number 1 is pre-promotion. And all of these steps are vital to the plan. So it's all about the status update. The goal here is to create curiosity, interest, and excitement. So you're pre-promoting your event through curiosity, interest, and excitement. I want you to share your true feelings. Don't be an ad. How are you really feeling about the event? If you're scared, nervous, ready to pee in your pants, want to throw up, people love that. Share your excitement. People don't have that excitement in their regular everyday lives, which is what will draw them to you. And they definitely don't have it in their regular everyday jobs. So keep that in mind. Anything, I've had several coaches message me that they're nervous about the Shanti event this weekend, that they might not be able to keep up. Post that. People are going to relate to that. People are going to understand that. Don't just post that you're just, happy and excited and can't wait, because that is not going to, tear down the walls and help people really see your vulnerability. So for example, when Alicia and I attended Sweat Miami, a fitness event that Shanti and Tony Horton were at, I guess that was 2 years ago. And we were so excited. We actually went behind one of the, they had vendors, and we just made a video screaming. And it was silly and it was funny, but it conveyed our excitement, and it was just a fun way to share about what we were doing and how we felt. So now I'm going to give you some exact status update examples. And if you start using these right now, people will reach out to you. Okay, here's a bunch of examples. Sorry if that's on the screen up there. Holy cow, I can't believe it. I can't believe I get to do my own private workout with the Shaun T. Or OMG, how many of you guys have done Insanity? Do you know this guy? I'm going to see him on Saturday. Obviously, you would include a photo of him. Is this real? I will be rubbing shoulders with Mr. Shaun T himself on Saturday. I'm scared. Seriously, I don't know if I should be excited or if I've lost my mind, since I'll be actually seeing Shaun T live and in person in 2 days. What do you think? I've had this man yelling at me for years from my TV, and now Shanti will literally be in my face in 2 days. Is this real? All right, so there are some status updates. Hopefully you guys got that. I guess I could, well, I don't know how to go back. So just some examples of fun ways pre-event, share one a day leading up to it. Start now, and you're going to be, for one, you're going to be finding out who on your friends list has possibly been a Shaun T closet fan that hasn't, even let you know yet. Or, you're just going to be attracting the people and they're going to be sensing your excitement, even if they don't know Shaun T. All right, next up, the next step is going to be during the event. So we've been posting our status updates leading up to the event. Now the event is here. Take strategic pictures of lots of people working out and make sure to get Shaun T in the pic. So the point here is to convey, the event itself, the fun you're having, the crowds. Do your best to capture the moments as best as possible and have fun. Once again, capture your emotions and be specific. How are you feeling? And go beyond just, I'm excited. Get specific. Next up, during the event, meet people there. Friend them on Facebook, but do not prospect at the event. Nobody likes the creeper beach buddy coach that hits up everybody at an event. But definitely be friendly, make friends, because these people at these events are like-minded people. You already know they're a fan of the trainer if you're at a trainer event. If you're at a training event, I attended a Chalene Johnson training. So it's full of people that wanted to learn. Talk about potentially great coaches. So let's see. I'm going to try to get this off my screen real quick. Sorry, guys. 1 second. There we go. All right, so here's some examples. This was actually that cruise that I told you guys about that was 3 months into becoming a coach. It was the very first time I met Shaun T, and I remember posting this picture and getting such an overwhelming response. And as a new coach, I was so excited. This is me and Shaun T at the very next summit. So that was literally within 6 months, 7 months of me becoming a coach. Then I decided, years gone by, got more creative. Tried to get sillier photos so that people wouldn't have to keep just seeing me posing with Shaun T. There's Leandro, who doesn't even know that we're taking a picture, but people loved that one too. There's Sigi and I at summits, and I think I posted a funny saying with that one since it looked like we were a couple. Sorry, Barbie. Tony, of course, got to get the picture with Tony. Always creates a buzz because people just know who Tony Horton is. This was one of my all-time favorites because he was actually telling me that he had the flu and he was so happy how good his abs looked, and somebody happened to capture the moment perfectly. So that was a really great one for Facebook to generate a buzz and to, I don't know if you guys have ever put it where you put a photo like that and say, capture this, or what am I thinking, or something like that, and people just love it. Same with this one. That was actually at another summit when Shaun T was telling me that I was in the Asylum infomercial, but another great one that has gotten me so much traction over the years. So now that's an idea of, what the kind of photo you can get at the event and what you can do with it. But now I want to talk about what to do after the event, which is actually going to turn into dollars. So shoot a short video immediately after describing what the event meant to you. And here are some questions you can ask yourself to help you know what to say in the video. How did it feel? What did it mean to you? What was the energy like? How were you impacted personally? What was your biggest takeaway? How glad are you that you attended? And how anxious are you to get to the next event? What this is doing is painting a picture for your future coaches of what they can expect and what they're missing out on by not being part of your team yet. Keep tabs also on those that you met at the event and connected with, because now is when the work begins. So here are a few photos which I thought were fun. This is my coach, Michelle. I met her at a Shanti event in New Jersey. She was not a coach. I just happened to be working out near her. And then this is us a year later at the same event back in New Jersey. And she is now a coach on our team, and she just made Success Club. So that is so awesome. And if I would have never gone to that event, can you imagine? I would have never met Michelle. I have no idea, it's just crazy to think how when you take a step and do something and something happens because of it, what if you never did, you know? This is Katarina. I met her on a Success Club trip while I was in the Bahamas, and she had every Beachbody program in existence and was virtually beating my door down, finding out what we were doing and what we were all about. And she ended up joining the team and has gone on to be one of my top producers that I've ever had since I started this business. And it's all because I was at that event. This was in Miami. That is my amazing coach, Karen. Now, I did not meet her at the event. She was already a coach, but we got to meet up and see each other for the first time, which is also another huge reason to go to events because you get to meet your team. And when you get to put real faces outside of Facebook, it just makes everything more exciting. And it even makes your sharing, just kind of takes it to a different level because it has this authenticity behind it that you can't really grasp just from Facebook. Here's me and Nicole Vaccaro, same thing. We are at a Shanti workout, and that was the first time I got to meet her. She was already a coach on our team. This is really cool. I was at an event in Dallas and found out one of my customers lived nearby, and she came and met and had coffee with me, ended up joining the team. This is us, another example of a silly photo you can take at an event to intrigue interest without being salesy or spammy or just messing around. This was another event where I got to meet so many of you guys in Dallas at a Super Saturday. Once again, just changes the game when you're in front of people. And when people see this on Facebook, especially people in my age range, we don't have an opportunity I personally don't feel like I have a huge opportunity to make friends like we do with Beachbody. So when people see this and they're sitting at home alone, they've already finished college, they don't have a circle to go to or a new place to find people besides bars. When they see this type of community, they want to be involved. So you've got to share that. This was a silly picture of us on the way to a Success Club trip, and I made everybody do a workout on the side of the road. Same thing, creative way to share what we do and make people want to join us, or at least think we're crazy, and then they'll join us. Another just silly example of a picture. This one I love. This, if you don't know, is Carl Daikeler, the CEO of Beachbody, and he might have had a little too much to drink. So it was just crazy. When can you rub shoulders with the CEO of $1 billion company and then post it on Facebook and get people to join your team because of it? Work hard, play hard, I guess. Another fun picture. This was on the field in the middle of Gillette Stadium. So that one to me was more about location. People saw that I was actually on the field at Gillette Stadium, and that raised a lot of interest and curiosity and people messaging me as well. Here we go. I'm just out of training, and I figured, hey, if I can get a flex photo in there, they'll realize I'm into fitness. So that was another one that just showed even while I'm in training, it's fun. Think about most people's job. They sit behind a desk all day and they watch the clock and can't wait to get out of there. And this is what we get to do if you attend live events. So what to do now? It's time for action. Learning, unfortunately, does nothing. We have so many resources and so many things to learn, and you can fill your brain up all day long, but the action is what counts, what's going to grow your business, and what's going to make a difference in your paycheck, in your life, and even in the amount of people that you impact that are counting on you. It's all in the doing. So now I've built my entire business surrounding events, which I now realize. So my immediate advice to you tonight, if I was just to give you one tip that you could pull off, would be to get to the next event. Shanti will be in Jacksonville, Florida this Saturday, and you can actually start implementing these tactics tonight and pull it off making your $300 in 7 days by next week by getting the excitement, the momentum building on your team. You could sign up one person like I did with Katarina, who has since gone on to be one of my top producers ever. Where, like I said, if I wasn't at that event, I would not have signed her up. But think about it even further. Imagine how that income has helped her family and the impact I was able to make by being there in that moment. So all of this success in making the $300 in the next 7 days hinges on you attending this event. Now, if for some reason you just can't, you're not in the area, you can't pull it off, then you need to find the next event. But I will tell you guys, you all know I'm in the Insanity Max 30 video. When I found out about the audition, it was in 2 days. And I did what I had to do to make it happen to get there. And because of that, my life, one of my life dreams was fulfilled. So I'm just saying, sometimes you got to put yourself out there. You got to go for it. You got to do what you got to do to make it happen. And you never know what's going to be awaiting you on the other side. Beachbody puts $130 million a year into advertising, and we get to reap the rewards while having fun, which is, like I said, capitalizing on the celebrity status of the trainers and sharing through attraction marketing. So if you use all of these things that you've been taught today, you can get 10 to 50 people reaching out to you just because of this event if you follow the system. But you have to do the pre-promotion, the during the event, and the follow-up after the event. My pay has increased on average 200% around every event I've attended, and this is the path I followed. Now, the 200% is average because, of course, there's so many factors that come into play. And sometimes I meet people where they don't order, they might not order from me that day or join my team that day, but they do down the road, but it was still the connection I made at the event. Or besides and I'm not even saying limit yourself to the connections at the event, because I'm talking about the power of social media. You're going to have people that are going to see that you're having a lot more fun in your life than they're having in theirs, and they're going to join your team because of it, without a doubt. Not to mention, while I grew my income 200%, I was having a whole lot of fun doing it and plan on having even more fun this Saturday. So you are capable of building your own amazing business just as I have. I know you have it inside of you to impact a lot of lives by introducing people to the joy of what we do. And that is what this is all about. People want fun and people want to live. And you are the one that's meant to show them what's possible. So that's all I have for tonight, guys. If you are able to attend the event, there are a few tickets left. You can check them out at ShantiLiveJax.com. But more importantly, I really am interested to see who takes this advice and runs with it, because I'm proven that it works, because it's legitimately what I've done for the last 4.5 years. And once you put yourself out there and commit to the process, I remember the very first time Alicia and I went to our very first summit, we were like, what are we doing here? And we couldn't believe we did it. And if you see the photo, I should have included that photo. If you see the photo of us, we seriously look like we're 18 years old. But we went for it. We did it, and look at us now. And I totally attribute so much of that to getting outside of our comfort zone, going to the event, learning, sharing, and implementing these strategies right here with everyone. So thank you guys for taking time out tonight. If you have questions, you can always post them in Dare to Dream. And hopefully this helped you. And I can't wait to see so many of you this Saturday with Shanti. And I will be checking your posts on Facebook to make sure you are making the most of it. All right, guys, have a good night.